So let's say you built your app, but instead of tweets or stories like Reddit, you want to build Pinterest. Well, I hope you're starting to understand that we built tweets, and tweets just have content. But they're just a resource like any other resource. And in fact, the only difference between this app right now and Pinterest is that right here, you could upload an image on Pinterest, which would then upload when you create this, and this would be called a pin instead of a tweet. But pins still have images and content, and also it would be displayed a little bit differently. So the first thing we'll want to do is change the resource, and I'm going to show you how to do the image upload now. We'll be using a gem called Paperclip in Rails, and Paperclip basically lets you do file attachments to your objects and your resources inside of Rails. Now Paperclip, if you're doing image processing with Paperclip, one of the things that it'll require is that you download something called ImageMagick, which can be a little bit difficult to install depending on what your system is. You can try, if you're on a Mac, installing using the brew install ImageMagick command. You may have to install brew first by going to their site and running this, which you just run in the command line. If not, I've also posted a link to an installer below, which might work for you. And if you're on a Windows, well, it doesn't show how to install it if you're on a Windows. I also posted a link to the Windows installer below. So the way that you'll know that you've installed this correctly is if you open up your command line and you can run identify, and you don't get an error, but instead you just get a bunch of text about this was the command. You get some text explaining if you have ImageMagick version, etc., so on and so forth. So make sure you have that. And in the next video, if you're on a Mac, I'll walk through the installation of that on a Mac.